More hidden secrets and Easter eggs in The Witcher 3. I don't remember which part this is, but let me tell you something. G Fuel. Use my code or I'll steal your aura points. This might be my last Witcher 3 secrets video before my big compilation video, but it's not my last Witcher 3 video probably, so you can still enjoy sweet Witcher content by clicking the subscribe button. During the side quest for Triss called Now or Never, you make your way to Triss's hideout to help her escape Novigrad. You can actually find a few passive temple guards outside of her hideout, but if you decide to kill the temple guards before going inside, you will trigger a secret scene with her landlords.
You daft? Want to get us killed?
What's the problem?
What? Slaughters a hunter at our doorstep and then asks what the problem is. Ploughing mutant.
We can hide the corpse.
The whole street saw what happened. The guardsmen will come. Turn us in.
Calm down. We've put you at risk, true, but we'll make it up to you.
During the main story in Novigrad, you'll end up searching for Dudu, then staging an ambush to break Dandelion out of prison. You'll end up having to follow his tracks to an isolated cabin, but along the shoreline, you can find a hidden item you can loot, and this will be a ring that belongs to Dandelion. After you successfully rescue Dandelion, you can actually give him the ring back, triggering some unique dialogue and even learning a little bit of backstory.
Found your ring. Here.
Oh, thanks so much. Thought I'd lost it. Got it from Priscilla, you know.
Nice gift.
She swore it had always brought her luck. Of course, I landed in that dungeon soon after she gave it to me. Oh well.
There is a contract in White Orchard called the Devil by the Well. You have to investigate the abandoned village, then defeat the Noonwraith haunting the place. This Noonwraith is the spirit of a girl named Claire. Once you complete the contract, you can actually head over to Tamira's house, and you'll be able to ask her about Claire, where you'll learn that she was a good friend of Tamira's, and you can even learn some lore about White Orchard.
Ever heard of a woman named Claire? Lived around here?
Heard of her? A mild way to put it. Claire was a friend. The only person dear to me in all of White Orchard. Until her husband, Volker, quarreled with the lord of the manor. He then gathered the family, moved out into the woods to start a new settlement. The lord and his retinue rode there to convince them to return. They were to be civil. No forcing, no bloodshed. But you saw. Word is Claire said something about the lord's son, Florian. Something that made the lord furious.
You also get a bunch of good alchemy supplies just for talking to Tamira about Claire. Plus, it's just another excuse to look at Tamira's fat at the very end of the main story. Right before you summon the Wild Hunt and fight Caranthir, you will end up at a Nilfgaardian camp to discuss the details of your plan. After a heated discussion with Ciri in Avallac'h, Ciri will storm out of the tent and say she is going for a walk. Once you finish talking with Avallac'h and say goodbye to Triss, because Triss is obviously better than Yen, you can actually walk around the island, and just up the road behind the Nilfgaardian camp, you can find Ciri practicing her abilities, and approaching her will trigger some secret dialogue.
Looks like you're making progress.
Slow, but gradually forward.
Every location in The Witcher 3 has a Fist of Fury side quest, where you participate in a bunch of fistfights to win gold. But at the fight located in Lindenvale, your opponent will be a fisherman who will ask you to take the fall so he can win and feed his family. So you can go ahead and proceed to beat his. After winning the fight, you can approach the fisherman and you'll be able to give him some money to feed his family.
I had to win, but I don't want your family to go hungry. Here, take the purse.
That's... why... thank you, Master.
During Ciri's story, The King of Wolves, you come across a dead body that was killed by a werewolf. But if you do not inspect the full body, Ciri will come to the conclusion that it was a fiend.
Everything seems to suggest a fiend.
From here, Ciri will proceed to gather the materials for fiend oil instead of werewolf oil. And if you manage to gather all the resources, then confront the King of Wolves, you'll trigger a secret line of dialogue.
Will it be any good? The oil you made?
Not unless we want to anger it.
During the main story in Velen, you'll make your way over to the Pellar in order to track down the Baron's family. The Pellar is willing to help you, but only if you can find his pet goat Princess and bring her home. You'll find her behind the house, but you'll have to constantly ring a bell to get her to follow you, and she gets easily distracted. At one point, Princess will run off into a bear cave and you'll have to defend her. But if you happen to find and kill the bear before this quest, the bear won't be there and you'll trigger some unique dialogue.
They're proud of this area. Good thing I ran into him earlier.
But hey, looks like even the goat chose the bear over the man. There is a Witcher contract in the town of Lindenvale called the Merry Widow. This contract has you investigate a missing child and a series of grave robbings, and you'll end up fighting a grave hag. Afterwards, you'll return to the gravedigger and finish the contract. But when you return to Lindenvale 5 days later, you can find a new side quest called Witcher Wannabe. Someone claiming to be a Witcher came to Lindenvale and impregnated the Elder's daughter, then went off to fight a ghoul. But this dude ain't a Witcher, so he's hiding behind a bush watching you fight the ghoul like me when my wife and her boyfriend wrestle. Some of the villagers will then approach and ask why there are 2 Witchers here. You can side with the fake Witcher and spare him from humiliation, but then you can sell him into slavery. You can tell the fake Witcher that he has to bury his medallion and work for the village elder for an entire year to pay off his debt.
Any Witcher needing a brother's aid must then bury his medallion in the earth. In doing so, he renounces his trade. Then he's got to work for the village elder for a year. You can take him there now.
Sometime later, if you return to Lindenvale, you can actually find this fake Witcher working in some of the fields without his medallion. And I can only assume that he will leave the village if you wait 365 in-game days. Or maybe he stays because he impregnated the Elder's daughter. But I ain't sticking around to find out. Near the coast, just north of Novigrad, you can find a makeout point spot where you'll find couples enjoying a date. There will be a different couple every time you come back here, which really adds some life into the game. He really just ran away and left this girl behind. Anyways, that was however many secrets in The Witcher 3 that you may have missed. Now if you'll excuse me, I have hardcore gooning to do, but if you like this kind of content then make sure you subscribe so you don't miss the next video.